fly is a little nymph, because before the fish start hitting the surface, you want to fish subsurface for them, and it's pretty easy to take them until they start feeding on the surface. Once they start feeding on the surface, then they won't even hit the nymph.
Very cool.
So. Right. These flies you're going to tie along with me. I'm not going to demonstrate them first and then put them on. They're so easy that you should be able to tie along with me. So, all right. The first thing you need to do is to put the bead on the hook. That's going to be a little problem in itself, but first thing you need to do is put the bead on the hook.
She's got a good idea.
Yeah?
Oh, the hook. I broke the hook.
Grab it off there.
Thank you.
The thread I'm using for this is black, but use whatever you want right now. I'm using a 3/0 on this. It's a pretty thick thread because I want it to cover a little bit. And the first thing I do is I start the thread right behind the bead, tie it off, and then clip it off. The next thing you do is you grab the piece of wire. You see the little piece of wire here? Take the wire and jam it right up against the bead. Right up against the bead there. And then tie it in.
Is that round wire or flat wire?
Round.
You have to explain. Well, I mean, you know.
And then wrap it down all the way to halfway around the bend. So it curves around the hook. And then use the thread to build up a slight taper to the body. And then let it sit right at the back of the bead again. Now all you do is you just take the wire and you spiral it right up the body. Just
run over itself. You're going to probably want to space it enough. You got to put it down tight. Don't keep doing it on the same place. You don't space it so you got to keep 4 or 5 turns.
make a couple of wraps around the front and then tie it off. Now all you need to do is whip finish behind the bead.
Do I know how to do it? I know all you guys. I don't have one. Yeah.
You just have use a half-inch tool big enough to go over the bead. Which wouldn't take much.